Compared to the past, now anyone can create a professional website. The Elementor in the WordPress makes this possible. So I prepared this video, and I'm convinced if you watch it through, you can build a website like a pro. Let me introduce how to use Elementor Website Builder from scratch. Elementor is not difficult to use, but it is necessary to clearly understand the menus. In my point of view, it is the best website builder plugins on WordPress. Let's get started with installation. Go to the plugin menu and click the Add New button. Search for Elementor. Install and activate Elementor Website Builder. What a popular plugin, as you can see, more than 5 million active users. Let me install an add-on plugin for the Elementor, Premium Add-ons for Elementor. Search for Premium Add-ons. Install and activate Premium Add-ons for Elementor. Go to the Page menu and move the mouse pointer over the page you want to edit. Click the Edit with Elementor link to edit the page. Or click the Edit link to go to the Page Edit screen. Then click the Edit with Elementor button on the upper left corner. Take a look at the screen layout. The left sidebar is the Elementor menu. The preview screen is on the right. There are two icons at the top left and right. The icon menu on the left is the Elementor global menu, and the icon on the right is the main menu where you can add elements. Let's take a look at Next menu. When you click View Page, you will be taken to the front-end website. If you don't want to exit from the Edit screen, click with Ctrl key to view it in a new tab. Finder is a simple search menu. A search for attraction will find pages containing this word. When click, move to a page that contain a search keyword. Exit to Dashboard, move to the Page Edit on WordPress dashboard. To return to Elementor, press the Edit with Elementor button in the center. It will go back to the Elementor. The Theme Builder menu is only available in the Pro version. User Preferences is an option to modify the settings of the Elementor Edit screen. The Lightbox option at the bottom is also an option only for Pro version. The Editing Handles option adds a new menu to the section main menu. You can see the duplicate icon has been added. Panel Width is a menu that adjusts the width of the left Elementor menu sidebar. UI is the option for a light or dark mode skin. Let's take a look at the Site Settings menu. Click Global Colors. Let me show you before I explain. It seems to be more efficient. Click the Add Color button to add 4 colors. Let me set NEW for the prefix. Go to the Color Hunt site, and add 4 colors from one color palette. Copy the color code. Click on the color picker box. Paste the copied color code. Add the other colors in the same way. Update it. Close the site settings screen. Click the edit icon in the buttons section. Go to the Styles tab. When you mouse over the globe icon on the left side of the color, Neve primary accent shows. This is to show that the specified color is specified in the Neve theme. Click on it and change it to the new primary color we added. Hover the globe again and you will see that it has changed to new primary. When creating a site, create a color palette from global colors in advance like this. If you change it like this, you can keep the site color consistency. Go to the Hover tab and change the hover color as well. Do text color in the same way. Click the Styles tab. The current text color is default. Click to change it to new one. The next topic is the Global Fonts menu. The font is similar to the color setting. Click the Add Style button to add 3 fonts. Click the Edit button to set the font family. Mix the name of the font to match the font family you have set. The options at the bottom of the font family can be modified when necessary. Select the text. Click the Styles tab. Click the globe icon in the typography. The fonts we set are displayed. It has been added to the list. Let's change the description text as well. To change the font size, click the Edit button and change the font size. Choose typography. You can change the default settings for body and H tags. Let me show you how to change the H1 tag. Change the HTML tag of the text to H1. It changes to the color we set. Typography depends on the theme. You should always know which CSS is applied currently. You can also change global settings for buttons and images. Press the button. Change the text and background color. Add a button element. The button is created with the changed settings. In case of image, let me change the edge roundness. Change the border radius to 5px. Then add an image. As you can see, the border radius is set to 5 now. The site identity is the WordPress site title and logo favicon settings. You don't need to do it in Elementor. Do it WordPress dashboard settings menu. In the layout settings, you can set the width of the content. It is currently set to 1140 pixels. I do not recommend change this setting if you are not a CSS publisher. When you check the content width in the front end, we can see it is 1140 pixels. Lightbox and custom CSS are options for the Pro version. Additional settings go to the Elementor Preferences menu on the dashboard. Global menu is available for Pro version. The Elements menu shows all the elements what you can add. This is the most fundamental function in Elementor Builder. You can fold and unfold by clicking the icon on the right. It looks like a group folder. There are basic, pro, general, etc. and premium add-ons that we installed add-on. If you install plugins that support Elementor, most plugins provide their group folder here. In the bottom menu, there is a settings icon. There is some information for this page. You don't need to set these options here. It is better to edit this information in the dashboard page menu. The second navigator menu is displayed when there are many sections of this page. Click the eye of the first section to hide the first section. Click it again to show it. This option is also useful for checking the balance of page design by making some sections invisible. It's a useful option. Next one is the history option. It provides the option to manage revisions. Revision management is a feature that you can revert to a working state that was saved at a specific point in time. This is a useful function to manage working history. The next menu is Responsive Modes. It shows the desktop, tablet, mobile status of the current page. You should edit the design for each device size, for each page. Click the mobile, tablet, and desktop icons at the top. Please check the screen when you click the mobile menu. Click the Update button to save when you're done. As you know, drag the text element to the position where you want to insert it. Click the duplicate icon to copy. Click the X icon to delete it. Click the plus icon to add a section. Intersection is a function that splits a column into two. As you can see, there is a difference from making the section into two columns. You should clearly know what makes the difference. Let's take a closer look. When you click the plus button, you can select the column structure of the section to be added. The Select Your Structure screen shows. You can choose one of them. It is not difficult to understand because it is shown with graphical icons. When you drag an intersection into a column, the column is split into two. The added two columns have their own row, that is, independent rows in the column. That row has independent margin and padding. So the padding causes a slight difference in size. In this way, you can create what structure you want, using basic columns and intersections. Click the icon in the upper left corner, there is a pop-up menu. Click the duplicate or plus button to add a column. Changed from 4 columns to 5 columns. If you press it again, it becomes 6 columns. Let me show you how to add text and edit its style. The contents of the text can be edited in the edit box on the left, or you can edit directly in the preview screen on the right. I remember that it was not modified in the preview screen previously, fortunately available now. In the link, fill out the URL to which the text will be linked. To edit the text size here, it is recommended to make more detailed modifications in the Style tab. Select HTML tag, compare between headline and div tag. The div tag is better if you want to customize it with your own style. Headline tags is mostly predefined ones in theme CSS, so even though when you edit them, they may not change as you intended. Alignment is an option to change left, center, and right position. In the Style tab, you can choose very detailed text options. Click the globe icon for the text color. I recommend that you use the colors predefined by the theme, except designer or publisher. My current theme is the Neve theme, and the Neve text color is predefined. Choose this color. When the background is dark, select Text Dark Background at the bottom. You can specify the font in the typography option. In the case of fonts, it is rare that free themes provide good fonts. I recommend that you use quality fonts, recommended by designers. The current text font is not pretty, as you see. Let me change it to the newly added BAI font. After changing it, the text size becomes smaller, but it seems to be a bug. When click the Edit button, it returns to the original size. In this option makes you edit all about text. Font weight is a level of thickness. The thickness is different for each font. So, check the thickness and set it, with preview. For example, when you set 100 thickness, some fonts are supported and some fonts are not supported. Transform is a case setting. Uppercase, change all capitals to uppercase. Lowercase, change all lowercase capitalize. Change only capitalizes the first letter. There are normal, italic, and oblique styles. Italic and oblique are slanted fonts, and these two are almost same, so you don't need to distinguish them. So you don't have to worry about difference. Still, if you are curious, you can refer to my CSS document. Decoration is an option that draws an underlined toplined middle-lined. Line height is the height of the area occupied by this text. It's usually about the same as the font size. When set to 2em, standard 1em is 16 pixels, so the text will have a height of 32 pixels. And you can check the size in the preview. Let me set 1.5. Letter spacing is an option that adjusts the spacing between letters. Letter spacing only provides pixel options. This is useful when creating title text. Text shadow option is to add a shadow in the text. The shadow has been added. Let me change the color more distinct. Check the difference now. The blur option is to set how clearly displayed. The larger the number, the fainter it is. Horizontal and vertical setting, the shadow distance point away from the original text. It is same as the x-coordinate in the y-coordinate. By changing the blur value to 1, you can accurately determine the position. The blend mode controls how the text blends with the text parent element and its background. That is, it is an option to set whether to mix or not. It's not an option used often. There are too many blend types to explain, please refer CSS document. I think that it's enough, just remember the basic definition, check it out when you need it in work. Go to the Advanced tab. Margin is the space that occupies the outer area of the content. Padding is the space that occupies the inner area of the content. If you want to know more details, please refer to the box model section of my CSS video. By default, the margin and padding are set to the same value as the top, bottom, left, and right. Click the link icon on the right to set each individually. You can edit each one separately in this way. The padding is the same way. Z-index specifies the priority to show when the area overlaps with other elements. The higher the number, priority goes up. Similar to layers in Photoshop or general graphics software. Z-index, CSS ID, CSS class option is useful if you add JavaScript or custom CSS. This option helps your customization. Let me show you how to use it in detail in my upcoming videos, so I do not explain in detail now. Motion effect sets the animation effect to show when this element is displayed. Let's check it again after setting. As you can see, the animation coming up from the bottom. The delay time is an option how long before the animation starts. It is in milliseconds. If you set to 3000, it is displayed after 3 seconds, 5000, it is displayed after 5 seconds. Check out the results. For the background, you can specify a background color or an image. If you use a background for the text, you can use it as a part of the body text to emphasize. When you want to add a banner, you need to add a background image. You can also make the background gradient color. There are several types of gradients, but only 2 representative types are provided, linear and radial. Border is the outline. Type is the shape of the line. Width is the thickness of the line. Radius is an option to set the corner roundness. Box shadow is the shadow of the box, similar to a text shadow option. In case of a box, there is a position option. The default is outside. You can change it to an inner shadow. A mask is an option to cover a specific part. Shape determines the shape of the mask. You can edit the size you want to. Additionally, there are position and repeat options. Two positioning options are provided, absolute and fixed. Use it with caution, as it can ruin your website design. This option should only be used by those who can work with CSS layers. Responsive mode allows you to set whether to display, for each desktop, tablet, and mobile device. When you set to hide, it looks with hatching. Set to tablet hide. It shows with hatching only on the tablet screen. It means you can't see it on tablet device. Attribute and custom CSS options are only available in the Pro version. From now on, let's practice making a section in 3 columns yourself. I think, when you make it once, it is not as difficult as you think to create a new page with Elementor Builder. Column making is the most important basic step in creating a web page. Click the plus icon and make 3 columns. Add 3 headline text to the first column top section. Add a button on the right. In the second section, add images for all 3 columns. In the third section, add a headline and a text editor. Click the edit icon in the image column and press Choose Image. Select an image and click the Edit Image link. It is linked the Media menu in Dashboard. Press the Crop button. You can resize it by dragging. You can enter a pixel value in the selection box. Let me change it to a 600 by 400 image. After dragging and repositioning, press the Crop button again. Click the Save button. You can change the name as well. Click the Update button for saving changes. Now click Choose Image again to select the changed image. Add images to the other 2 columns in the same way. Let me edit the text in the first section. Let me change the tag to division. Choose a tag what you want. Go to the Style tab. Click the typography icon and set the font size to 40. Let me change the font family to BAI. Let me set font weight to 100 at first. Set the line height to 45 pixels. In case of the title, it looks too thin, so let me change it to 300. Change the text color to neat text color. The second text is a subtitle. Let me change the color to gray. Change the font to BAI and the size to 30 pixels. Change the third text color. Change the font. As you can see, changing the font family does not change anything, because it is a my native language character. This is because the fonts have only an English alphabet. Font work will be shown in detail at the end of the video. Let me show you how to reduce the top and bottom spacing between title text and subtitle text. Select the subtitle text and click the Advanced tab. Click the margin link icon to make each setting separately. When you reduce the top margin to below 0, as you can see, the space decreases. Let me set it to minus 18 pixels. Select the button in the last column, and change it to align right. Click the Advanced tab, and change the top margin to 50 pixels, so that the button is centered in the row. Edit button text. Click the Style tab and change the font to BAI. Set the font size to 16 pixels. Change the text color to white. You can set the button color to primary, among global colors. You can enter a new color code as well. Let me set the font weight to 700. Go to the Style tab, and set the border radius to 50 pixels. Edit the padding appropriately. Let me set it to 15 up and down, and 50 left and right. The bottom text also modifies the text color and font family. Let me set the font size to 25. For the description text, set the font size to 15 pixels. Change the font to secondary. Add a link to the title text. Check it on the front end. You'll see that you need the upper and lower margins in the entire section. Let's set the padding to 50 and the margin to around 40 pixels. Let me add buttons one by one, all above the images. Add buttons on top of the images. Edit the button text. Change it to right aligned. Edit button color, font family and font color. Change the font size to 12 pixels. Set the border radius to 50 pixels. Set padding to 20 pixels. Click the Advanced tab. Click Positioning. Change the position to absolute. Then, it sets its position in absolute coordinates away from the parent element. Set offset to -20 and 20. Then the button moved in the upper right corner of the image. Set the other two columns in the same way. Check it on the front end. Let's add the hover color of the button. Click hover next to normal. Click on the color and enter the color code. You can see that the button color changes when you mouse over. It's hard to see because of the mouse pointer. Let's check it again on the front end. Let's see how to apply double byte characters to the web. When introduced the new theme, I explained it in detail, but let me show you once more. Go to the WpForms menu on Dashboard. At the bottom, enable custom fonts. Refresh the page. Select custom fonts under Appearance. If you are having trouble finding fonts, usually Google Fonts is a good option. Or search some fonts that support your own language. Let me download a new font. Please check the font license available to you. In case of this one, it is available free of charge to both individual and business users. It says that it can be used anywhere on the web and in published videos. Click the download button. When you unzip this font, it is a TTF file. Click the Upload button under Font.ttf. Select a font, and press the Select button. Enter the font name, and click the Add New Font button, to add it to the list on the right. When I click the Typography Edit icon, and search for the font family, it does not shows. Refreshes the page. Search for the font again, and select the font we added. Now it has been changed successfully. Let me change the description text at the bottom of the image to Korean. As you can see, we can make a nice web page with only basic Elementor. Let's take a look at the basic elements in detail. In this step, you don't need to follow my action. Just watch and find out what features you need. You need to know what options and functions the components have. If you know what features are available exactly, this is useful when creating a section. It reduces your time wastage. In the video element, a YouTube video is there by default. Enter the URL of the YouTube video in the link field. You may be familiar with this. Among the options, there is the option to specify the start and end time. You can set from where to play the YouTube video. This is a very useful option. Please enter in seconds. Let's set it up so that only videos between 180 and 240 seconds are played. Check it on the front-end website. As you can see, the video starts on 180 seconds. The autoplay option, that automatically plays without pressing the play button. It is set to disabled on mobile by default. There is a mute option. Loop means play repeatedly. You can make a background video by applying the loop option. Let me show you this later. Player controls can make YouTube default controls invisible. Lazy loading helps your webpage loading speed. It is an option that you create. I recommend yes option. When you check it on the front end, it now plays automatically when the page loads. As you set it, you will see that it only plays for 15 seconds. With current settings, that parts on video will play continuously. The image overlay option is the same as a thumbnail image for YouTube. It also provides a play icon option. In the Style tab, you can set the aspect ratio of the video. You can use various filter options in CSS Filter. In this way, you can adjust the blur options, brightness, sharpness, etc. Advanced options allow you to edit motion effects, borders and masks. You may be familiar with it now, because most elements are similar. Self-hosted video is a feature that allows you to upload a video directly to a web server. But in that case, you need to be careful about the web server capacity. If your movie size is big, cause traffic overflow easily. If you pay a hosting fee per traffic, I strongly recommend, please do not use this option. Select the video uploaded to the media library and insert it. A divider is a dividing line. A spacer makes padding. You should use margin, padding or spacer with proper combination. Divider styles provide variety options. You can add an icon or text to the center. Click the icon library to change the icon. Spacer has many options, but the height option is the key. In Google Maps, you just have to enter the address in the location field. I showed you how to change the icon in Spacer. It provides options for stacked with background and frame with border. In the Style tab, you can change the icon color, border, and background color. Adjust the size and padding. Or rotate it. You can change the border width and the border radius. We checked all of the basic components. Pro component is only available after purchasing the Pro version. Not available now. Pro, Site, WooCommerce are unavailable. The general component is the most basic option. Basic and general components are the usable elements provided by default in Elementor. Let's take a closer look at the general components one by one. An image box contains an image and a title description. This is the simplest way to create an image section. You can resize it with the image size option. Edit the title and description. It also provides the option to adjust the image position. The icon box provides an icon and a title description, but only difference is an icon instead of an image. There is a star rating. You can edit the number of stars. Font Awesome is a great option for the icon type. Change the style of unmarked stars. There is the option to add titles and type of sorting. The image carousel is a slider. Add an image. Click the Add to Gallery link, add all the images you want to show. You can change the image size, but I set it to 300 by 300. It is different from the actual image size. You can choose one of them or set it to custom. Slide to Show option allows you to set the number of images to show. Slide to Scroll is an option to select how many images to scroll at once. The Image Stretch option is an option to set whether the image is stretched or not. It's better to set the number of slides to 1. Navigation options are settings for arrows and dots that move you to the next slider. You can show only arrows or only dots or show and hide. Caption is an option that shows the title at the bottom of the image. Additional options are Auto Skip, Infinite Repeat, How many seconds to skip. There is an Animation Direction option. The image galleries look similar to carousel. Shows a static image and a pop-up slider when clicked. Set the number of columns and image size. There is an option to use pop-ups or not. The icon list shows multiple icons at once. You can add items by clicking the Add Item button, or change the position by dragging. Change the icon by clicking the icon library. Add a link to each icon. The Style tab adjusts the sorting and spacing between lists. You can also add a divider. You can adjust the icon size. In the Text tab, the text color, hover, indentation, font, and shadow options for the text. The counter shows the countdown. Set the start number and end number. Add text to show before or after the number. Or specify the time in milliseconds for the count to proceed. Separator is a comma divide by 1000. Title is the text shown below the count. The progress bar is an animation that shows the progress. Set the percentage to progress and specify the title text. You can specify one of 4 types of progress bar. Each type has a different color. Go to the Style tab. Change the color of the progress bar here. And the background color. Modify the height and change the roundness of the outline. You can also edit the title text font style here. There is no title. Check it after adding. Testimonial shows the text at the top. The profile image and name at the bottom. It can be one column or multiple columns. This is a testimonial provided by Theme. A sample you can refer to. There are the tabs. A tab have a title and a description. Click the Add Item button to add tabs one by one. When the position is vertical, the tab title is changed to a style positioned on the left. There is alignment option for the title tab. In the Style tab, there are outline, background color and title text. Change the content settings. Accordion is often used when making FAQ. It provides options to change the icon style. Add titles and content. Edit the text design. Toggle is similar to accordion. Multiple selections are possible at the same time. In other words, the accordion closes the existing tab when another tab is opened. The difference is that the toggle shows both at the same time. Social icons are no different from regular icons. You can change the icon in the icon library. To change the icon color, change the color to custom. Primary color is background color. For the secondary color, modify the icon color. You can add a link. Click the link setting icon. You can choose New Tab option, No Follow option, when clicked. You can also specify the icon type, and the sort method for the number of columns. In Style tab, change the color of icons and backgrounds. Modify the size, padding, and spacing between icons. Row gap adjusts the spacing between rows when the icon has more than 2 rows. You can also set the outline. Let me show you making the icon size larger. Change the roundness of the corners with border radius. Change the style when hover. Hover animation is an animation that is displayed when a mouse over. The motion effects in the advanced tab are animations, to show when the section loads. Alert is a notification window. 4 types are available. The Dismiss button is the X button at the top right. If you want to create a style more than the 4 basic types, you can do so in the Style tab. In this way, you can change the background and text color. You can also apply the motion effect of the alert window. There is a sound cloud. Let me explain shortcode with the contact page. Add a shortcode. One of the most popular contact form plugins is WpForms. I installed this plugin and created a form. As you can see, it provides a shortcode for the created form. Copy this shortcode. Paste it into the shortcode edit box. Then you can see that the form added by WpForms is output in the corresponding area. To edit the contents of the shortcode, you need to edit the post in the WpForms plugin. HTML is a function that simply adds HTML. It is a component that can be used more usefully than you think. If you enter the HTML code in this way, it will be applied immediately. If you want to add custom CSS, use the style tag. Just code your CSS. It's so useful, right? I showed you before how to add custom fonts with the OrbitFox plugin. If you don't want to install the Orbit plugin and want to use custom fonts, in case of you want to load custom fonts without OrbitFox plugin, you can use the HTML code. Let me show you from now on. If you want to show the content in black Gothic font, link the font. Create a div tag and put your content in it. Add a class. Add a class called Blackhands. Specify the font family of this class and the style. As you can see, the font is applied even if the font link is deleted. It means that the font is included by default. Many fonts included by default. When you want to use a font not provided by default, As you can see, this time, it doesn't apply. In that case, copy the web font usage code. Add it inside the style tag. Now you can see the font has changed. Let me increase the font size. You can use it other sections in this page. Just add the CSS class in the Styles tab. I changed it and it still doesn't work? This is because a specific font is already specified in typography option. Change it to default. Anchors is useful when you use with JavaScript IDE. Hyperlink within a page. Write the shop ID in the button link. When click this button, it is taken to the anchor. The sidebar is simply adds a sidebar. This is same as the widget menu under Appearance and Dashboard. Create a column, and add a sidebar. Specify the sidebar to be displayed. Read more is only available on the archive page. It doesn't seem useful feature. The archive page for this theme is News page. It is the read link here. To render post archives, you have no choice but to use a plugin. In the Premium add-on, add a premium blog. It offers decent features and design. Among the options, select link in excerpt type. Then a read more link will appear like this. The text path is a function that creates a uniquely designed text. It provides a variety of arch designs. Edit the text options appropriately. I have been explained the Elementor basic components. You might have been a little bored, so, from now on, let me show you how to make an animated section with these components, from scratch. In general, top section have titles, images or sliders. Let's see the location page. Top section looks not so gorgeous. Let's make this section that contains an animated clouds. I have downloaded some images from pixabay.com, the site that have a lot of free images. Firstly, let me change the background image. Delete the old image. Click the Choose Image button and choose an image. I will use 3 images. The first image is a blue sky for the background. Add a section. Keep the section selected. Go to the Styles tab and click the classic icon of the background type. When the image box appears, click the Choose Image button. Let's add a cloud image, but you must make it as a PNG file, with an empty background except clouds. In the Pixabay website, you can easily find PNG files without a background. Go to the Layout tab, and change the height to min height. Specify the minimum height. Let me set it to 400 pixels. Add a section once more. Add images in the same way. I made a PNG file with a yacht, some clouds floating on the sea, and the sky is transparent. Change the height to min height. Make this image height same as overall height of section. Let me set it to 700 pixels. Select the Clouds section and go to the Advanced tab. Click the margin link to break the link. When you change the first top margin to negative, the cloud will go up. I'm going to set it to -560 pixels. Remove the titles. Raise the yacht in the same way. Around -400 pixels. In the current state, the cloud cannot be selected. Let me down the yacht and select the cloud. Select the cloud, click the Advanced tab and add a CSS class. Let me set name Ani Cloud. Add a HTML tag. It's just for CSS coding, so it doesn't matter where you add it. Add style tag and Ani Cloud class. Set the position to absolute. Set the width to 100%. Let me show you with zoom in. I added a simple animation called background scroll to this class. This background scroll animation is, let me define it right below. I made a background scroll animation using a keyframe. You can make it like me. Here the animation name background scroll should be the same as the animation name in the class above. A simple animation that shifts the background position horizontal coordinate from 0 to 1920 pixels. 100s is 100 seconds, and the animation takes 100 seconds to run once. When you change it to 10 seconds, it will be 10 times faster. If you increase it to 200 seconds, it will run for 200 seconds, so it will be slower. Let me set it to 200 seconds. Then it looks like a little peacefully floating cloud. Now that the cloud work is done, let me raise the yacht. I'm going to increase the height by 100 pixels to 800. Now we have done, a beautiful animation of floating clouds has been completed. Go to the Styles tab and click on Background Overlay. Tap the background type classic icon. Change the color to the complete black. At the bottom you can adjust opacity. Let me set it to 0.55. The overlay function covers the film over the image. This is to improve text readability. Add title text. Go to the Styles tab. Click on the custom icon and add a font. This is what I was told you before. Let's add the Con font. Search for Con in the font family and select it. Font is added in the same way. Save it. Change the title font to Cond. Set the font size to 65 pixels. Add the text editor used as the description text. Edit the content. Go to the Style tab and change the text color to white. Change the font to Varda. By adding an intersection, the description is shown in the left column. At the bottom, we add an intersection to add a button. Let's create 5 columns and add a button. Considering the button spacing, it would be better to make it 6 columns. Let me change the font size of the description to 18 pixels. Change the button's font to Cond. Set the font size to 18 pixels. Button size changes to medium. Edit the button text. The second button also changes the text color and font. Change the border radius of the button to 0. You can set this according to your own taste. Change the color of the first button. Next, let's change the background color. Select the background color and change it to 0066FF. Change the border type to solid. Set the width to 2 pixels. Set the color to the same color as the button background. Click Hover. Select a color when hovering. Move the lower bar to the left to make it transparent. This will make the button transparent when you hover it. The second button makes the background transparent when in normal state. Set the outline to 2 pixels. Set the color to 0066FF. Click Hover and change the color to 0066FF. Let's check it out. After updating, select the Yacht section. Click the Shape Divider. This is a function that gives a slight effect to the upper and lower borders of a section. It can be quite useful. Choose Bottom. Let's set it to Mountain. The lower part has changed to a wavy shape. It provides a variety of shapes such as water droplets and picture waves. The wave brush looks good in this design. Let me show you how to make a YouTube video section at the top of the page. It's enough with only some basic Elementor widgets. As you can see, a movie title section can make your website looks more professional. Add a section. Firstly, let's add a video element to the section in general way. Keep the section selected, set the content width to full width. As you can see, Even if you set it to full width, it has the left column margin. We can remove the white space by changing the content gap to no gap. Enter the YouTube video link. Enter the start and end time of the video. Set autoplay to on. Let me set to mute. Set loop on for playing repeatedly. Play controls set to hide. Lazy load set to yes. Let's check it on the front end. The title section is YouTube videos. It is played automatically. However, if you add like this, it is quite difficult to adjust the size of the video. Even height setting does not applied. So, the better way to add a video is adding a video to the background this section. Delete the previous video. Select this section again. Let's change the height to default. Select the Styles tab. Select Video as the background type. Add YouTube link and video link. Include the start and end time of the video. Currently, the size of the video is set to the default height of the section. Go to the Layout tab and change the height to min height. When you set the height of the section, it is set as much as the size. This time, we can modify the size of the section. Let me change it to 500 pixels. Check it on the front end. Click the Styles tab. Press the shape divider. Select bottom. Wave brush. As I showed you before, this is an effect on the bottom border of the section. Choose what you like. This video scene has a waves, so I set to wave. Change divider settings depending on a type of video. Let me change the video to waterfall. This is good for a travel, health or relaxing website. Match your website and type of video. Let me show you one more video. It's an aquarium video. Let's set to repeatedly show the part from 2030 to 2130 seconds. Go to the front-end website. Let me add a title text on the video. Let's add an intersection. Add a title text to the left column. Edit text color and font. Let me set it to the Cont font. Set the font size to 64 pixels. But font color is white, and the background image is bright color. Currently, readability is poor. So I'm going to add a black film between the background and the text. Select a section and click Background Overlay. Select Classic and click Color. Change the color to black. Set the opacity to 0.5. Now the text is clearly visible. The text and film color do not need to be black and white. Apply a variety of colors and palette. Add a text editor under the title. In the same way, edit the text and change the color to white. Set the font of order and the size to 18 pixels. Check it on the front end. The website looks lively than before. In the previous we made the YouTube video section, but when the page is loaded, as you can see, there is a delay time because video is bigger than image file. So, let me make a transition from image to video file. It may looks more natural. Add a full width section. Click the Styles tab and select Background Type Classic. Add an image. Go to the Layout tab. Change the height to min height. Set it to the same height as the YouTube video section. Oh, it is better to change the image. Select the bottom in the shape divider. Replace it with a wave brush like the YouTube video section. Go to the Advanced tab and set the z-index to 0. Because the higher the z-index number, priority is higher. The z-index of the YouTube video section can be set larger than this section. Set to 1 YouTube videos index. Make the top margin -520 pixels. It completely overlaps the YouTube video. Let's check our website. An image shows before the YouTube video. It looks much more natural than before. Let me add an animation effect when the title text comes out. Select the title text. Go to the Advanced tab. Select the motion effect. Choose Fade and Left. All work in the section is finished. A nice section is done. In the second section, let me show you how to create an image gallery that connect to social networks such as Facebook or Instagram. Add one section. After making the section height 960 pixels, I'll adjust it later. Let me create a title text provided by the premium add-on. Adds a premium dual headings. There are 2 words, you can make each word a different design. It's easy to use. Add fancy text at the top. It's a text with animation effects. Prefix is the first word, so I will delete it. Corrects suffix words as well. Let's change the animation name text to Facebook and Instagram. Click the Additional Settings tab. You can edit various settings. Change the animation type in effect. Edit your typing speed. Let me set it to slide up 500 milliseconds. Go to the Style tab and edit the design for the text. Change the size to 21 pixels. Prefix and suffix are set to the same size. Let's edit the text design for dual headings. Change the font to Cond. Set the font size to 65 pixels. Set the second text in the same way. Let me change only the font color. Edit the text. Move the position of the fancy text and title, then it is completed. Let me add a background image for feed the Momtext. Select the background overlay and choose the type as classic. Add an image. Change position to center. When we scroll screen after setting fixed, only the contents are scrolled. This is a quite popular design these days. If the image is small, repeat is an option that shows until the background is full. We set to no repeat, it will be shown only once. Set the size to cover. Cover option will be fully displayed in the background. I'm going to use it as a fainted background, so let me set the transparency. Set it to 0.07. If you want to make a connected style with upper section, you can use a negative top margin. The z-index should be larger than the YouTube video. When you increase the z-index, the transparency makes barely to see, the overlapping part of the YouTube video was overwritten. If you don't like this, delete the bottom shape divider in the YouTube section. You may know how to do that. Let me skip explanation about it. Move the title up. When an image is added, it needs to be readjusted. Change it all at once at last time. Before creating an image gallery, adjust the global image settings. Select Site Settings and choose an image. Change the border radius to 0. This will set the border radius of all images added from now on to 0. Add a 3-column section. Select the first column and set the column width to 40%. The last column is also set to 40%. The second column automatically resizes to 19.33%. Let's add 2 intersections to each column. As you can see, edit the number of columns as much as the size of the image to be displayed. Add all images to each column. Let me add a total 9 images. When creating an image gallery like this, the image size is recommended with same aspect ratio. If the image size is all irregular aspect ratios, let me show them at the end of the video. I recommend the masonry style design. I added all the images, but only the image in the second column looks a little small. I think it's because of the padding of the column. Remove all column gaps. Then manually adjust the padding and margins. Make the padding 1 pixel. Top margin is 7 pixels. The margin between images to 20 pixels. It looks proper gap. Let's check the front-end website. It looks good. Set the link to custom URL. Enter the address to link the image to. Set the hover effect when the image is moused over. Go to the Style tab. Choose Hover. Set the options in Hover Animation. You can choose any effect you like. Then all you have to do is move it upwards. Move it over the section you created first. If necessary, edit the background size. Let's check it on the front end. A beautiful Instagram style image section is completed with a fixed background. Let me show you how to use premium add-on plugins. You may remember, I have introduced you before. Choose a premium template. Click the Image Gallery tab. Choose a template you like and insert it. It has a decent design like professional. Click the edit icon and click image/video. Change the image. In the case of tab, you can edit it in category. Let me introduce another plugin that you can use. On the Add Plugin screen, search for GT3, install and activate it. Refreshes the Elementor screen. Add masonry from GT3 gallery. Click the Add Media button. Select all images to be added and add them. It has a pop-up slider. Including various features to be executed when clicked in the Settings tab. You can set options. Let me add some images with irregular proportions. As you can see, Masonry Style automatically adjusts the blocks. Let's see how to create a post archive page. In WordPress, Post Archive is a page that displays a list of posts. Think a general bulletin board. There is a page that shows the titles, thumbnails, and excerpts of posts. That page is an archive page. Some bulletin board page shows a list of posts written by multiple users. In the case of WordPress, administrator can only post in the dashboard. By default, in general, all subscribers can read only posts on the front-end website. That is a base structure of WordPress. You may be familiar to it, just like popular portal website. Default WordPress settings is exactly a blog style. Blog owner write their own posts, and visitors can only leave comments. In WordPress, you should understand this. Then, let's take a look at Post Archive page of current theme. This is the archive page provided in this theme by default. As you can see, it looks not so good, like most free theme. So, let's make charm this page using Elementor. Making Post Archive page is not so simple like as we did before. Because it need to retrieve the contents of the post database, they need some programming features. So we need to install a plugin that gives you a decent design with these features. From now on, let me introduce some plugins. After watching, just pick the plugin you like and build your archive page. You can change the archive page in the Settings menu. Go to the Reading menu under Settings. The current post page is set to News. Let me show you how to switch to another page. Go to the Page menu and create a new page. Now let's set this page as an archive page. Check again, you see a list of posts. Check the News page, you can see that there are no more posts. Go to the menu. You can see that Posts page appears next to the newly created Posts page. These are the basic options provided by this theme. I don't like the design of this page, so let me create a new page called All Posts. Let me make a new page by copying an existing page. Go to the Elementor page edit and delete all the basic sections. I showed you the premium blog provided by the premium add-on for Elementor plugin. OrbitFox plugin also has one. But the design isn't look great. So let me install some new plugins. First one is the Unlimited Elements for Elementor plugin. In this plugin, finds the element you want to use and clicks the Install button. You must install it to use it in Elementor Builder. Install your favorite among the free ones available on Post widgets. The component that I have already installed. Post widget, let's add it first. It provides card format, accordion, tab, etc. It looks not bad. Let's add a thumbnail to the Hello World post. For the second, let me install an WpForms plugin. Personally, I like this plugin than others. I recommend that you install it and try it out. Let me use this plugin mainly to configure my website. Let me add all 7 elements. The following is a post grid element plugin. And void Elementor post grid. I am considered to be a second option, but it depends on your preference. For testing, let me duplicate the post and make several copies. Let's remove uncategorized, edit the category name as well. Now delete the top image section and let me adjust the order. This style looks similar to the color mag theme. Let's check it on the front-end website. Let me add a top border line on top section. Check it out on the front end. And add some padding space. Let's edit the first section content. In the Query tab, select which posts to display. Query means get data from database. Usually Query has some program codes composed of conditional expressions. Sources are for posts only. You can select a post. And related posts means some posts in the same category. You can show or not. Post to show is where you specify which posts to show. Select Custom and enter Post ID. When you mouse over a post, you will see the post ID in the URL. It's in the lower left corner. You can put it that. You can also check this when you go to the Edit page. Take a comma and write for adding another one. Click the search button. You can see the list of posts at the bottom. Click the post plus icon you want to add it to the top. After adding everything, press the Insert button. When you select Latest, the latest post will be displayed first. Oldest works the same way. It is commented often. It's the order of most comments. Filter by category option. When it is empty, it's target for all categories. But if you add a specific category, only posts belonging to that category will be displayed. Click the search button to select a category. And press the Insert button. In the Posts menu, you can check the categories and tags for each post. There are currently no registered tags, so let me add a few. Added some years for tag. Click on the Post's Quick Edit link and add tags. I added some tags, but it doesn't show as you can see. I think it's a bug. Few of you know about filter by post format. It distinguishes post types such as aside, gallery, and image. Mostly, you don't need to distinguish at all. Filter by author, it shows posts written by a specific author. For example, when you make a post written by a sports reporter in the sports section, this function would be useful. There are only admin posts now. The fallback option prevents from broken design. It's a pretty useful option. If the number of posts is less than 5, the rest will be replaced by other posts. Let's create a category to test if it works well. There are 0 posts in the fallback category. Even if you add a fallback category to the category field, shows the latest post, it works very well. Exclude post is where you specify which posts you don't want to show. Category and author is same as well. Post offset is how many posts to skip. Last day's option is to specify whether to show only posts up to a few days ago. I don't think it's an useful option, so skip it. The post icon option looks not related to this section. Even you change settings, it doesn't change anything. Go to the Style and Layout tab, you can change the design style. It provides 3 card styles, A, B, and C. B style is a form without gradation on the image. The C style, additional film added to the title text. Grid gutters provide an option to eliminate padding between images. You can set whether to show category, date, and number of comments. There is also an option to adjust the height according to the image size. Let me make it 280px. The image size should match the size of the image you are using as the thumbnail image. You can also change the category text and background color. Change the title font here. The hover effect doesn't have many options. From the second section, the Query tab is the same. The widget header is where you set the title of the section. A title is added by entering text in the title. You can choose one of the styles from A to G. Set the text color and font. Let's set the font family content size to 25 pixels. Changes the background color. You can add an icon. Only 2 style layouts are possible. The number of columns doesn't have any meaning except 3 columns. You can set whether to show category, date, number of comments, etc. Change the title and meta text color. To restore the default, just click the refresh icon. Change the card background and hover background color. The hover effect doesn't need to be changed. Lastly, change the font settings. Road More is an alternative to pagination. This is a function that shows the list of posts on the next page when you press the button. It works well enough. You can choose one of them, between pagination and Load More. The third section is the most general form, the 3-column card section. Let me skip all of the options previously described. The query explained, the widget header is also the same option. Style layout looks good only for 3 columns. Access is a function that shows part of a post content. You can show or hide. Adjust the image height. Read More is an option that shows a Read More button at the bottom. Read More and pagination are the same function. The next section is the same as before. A slider function has been added. Let me add a title now. Edit the title style. It would be nice to add an icon. Go to Slider Options. You can change the number of columns in slide. Set how many posts to scroll. Set autoplay and how many seconds to skip once. If set to 1000, it changes once per 1 second. Adjust the spacing between slides in pixels. Change the slide direction and effect. Navigation is an option to set whether to show arrows and dots. The next section is when you want to show all the content of the post. You can resize the image in half. The rest of the options are the same as previous. This is the ANWP plugin. This is a great plugin. Let me delete this section. Let me move up the flip section. I am going to use it as a title. Click the effect. It provides various animation effects. There are push and swap. Let me set it to swap. Let me set the height 200. You can edit the icon text on the front and back panel. Edit it like this. In the next section, there are 5 layouts. The number of columns should not be bigger than post per page. Thumbnail images, titles, and metadata. Each one provides show or hide option. Separator can also be changed. It looks confusing where to edit title text color or font. You can edit in Style tab. You can adjust the length of the excerpt. The number means the number of words. Edit the sort method. Taxonomy is an upper-level concept that includes both categories and tags. The term taxonomy may not familiar to you, but remembering this is useful when you search plugins or other WordPress content. If you understand category, tag, taxonomy exactly, you can make it exactly what you want. It is useful to find exact posts. Let me show you example, belongs to the summer category, by adding one more. You can search for posts belonging to the New Year category. Because the current field's relation is an or condition. Shows all posts belonging to both categories. If you change it to and, only posts belonging to both categories will be shown. Nothing comes out because there is none for matching. A meta query is adding metadata to a condition. Metadata is not the core data of a post. Simply, it is additional information of post data. See go to pagination. Post per page is the number of posts to show per page. If -1, show all posts here. If set to 3, only 3 posts are displayed. Pagination is automatically added at the bottom. The rest of the options are options for sorting methods. Post styles provide a few useful styles. List style, it provides options to show only the first post in a different style. There is an option to adjust the number of columns. It also provides an option to change the thumbnail image style. In the Style tab, you can edit the font options for titles and entries. Unfortunately, there is no option to adjust the length of the excerpt. Let me introduce how to create a WordPress post single page in Elementor. In WordPress, single post is where contains the entire post content. You must remember what is single post, it helps you search plugins or other documents. In general bulletin board on a website, there is a post list page. And when you click a specific post, we can see all contents of the post. In WordPress, the first one is archive post, and second one is single post. When we click a post on the archive page that we created in previous video, as you can see, it's moved to a single post. Let's go to the post menu on the dashboard. Click the edit button to edit the post. Go to the Elementor edit. Let's take a look closely. We can edit the content but the others are not editable. Go back to the post edit page. We can edit the structure of the post single page. It depends on themes, the user interface may have different style. But functionality will be same, such as the sidebar, thumbnails, and commands. Even if you use different theme from mine, you will be able to find the settings without difficulty. First, let's take a look at the sidebar. You can set whether the sidebar is hidden, left or right. If you change the sidebar to none, the sidebar does show. Set the width of the container area. Set the arrangement of page titles. This theme gives you options to hide, show and reorder each piece of content. Click to hide the eyes, or drag to adjust the order. There is an option to hide the header and footer. This is a useful feature for anyone who wants to create a unique style website. There is a Templates menu under the Elementor menu. There is Theme Builder menu. The single post feature allows you to create any page template you want. But you must upgrade to the Pro version to use it. It is easy when we change an individual post. But how do we change the default settings for all posts? This is also different for each theme. If you want to do this regardless of themes, you can use the Elementor Pro version. Otherwise, you should use current theme settings. Let's go to the option menu of the theme. Almost all themes offer customization menus. Go to the Customize menu. It's a screen you may have seen before. This screen I always showed in my video. Go to Single Post. There is a sidebar setting option. Let me change it to left. Unlike the previous post editing screen, when we edit here, it will change all posts. As you can see, the position of the sidebar of all posts has been moved to the left. Go to the Layout menu. Click Single Post. Likewise, set it here. It will be applied by default to all posts single on the website. It changes the default settings. Let's make the content invisible. As I said before, the basic format of a single post can be modified only in the Pro version. The content of each independent post can be edited even in the free version. Let's add new content to the post. Check it on the front end, only the post we edited has been changed. And the rest of the posts have the default settings. This takes up a lot of space. Let me leave the title alone and delete the slider. There is no thumbnail image in the current post. Let's add a thumbnail image. Add an image you like. Let's look at the front end. A completely redesigned single post has been created. Let me test Elementor's templates feature. I'll save the format I just created. Click the Update button, right arrow. Choose Save as Template. Enter a template name and click the Save button to save it. A template called New Year has been created. Let's apply the save template to another post. Select Add Template icon on the right. Click the My Template tab. Click Insert to the right of the template you created. You can see that all the contents of the previously saved post have been added. All content and photos are displayed. Let's make a template with only one title. In another post, let me apply the titled template. You can apply it like this. Click the Settings menu in the lower left corner. In here, without going to the WordPress post edit, you can edit the title and thumbnail. Let me make both thumbnails and titles invisible, and insert a completely new content. Let me add one template from the Premium add-on plugin. If you do like this, only this post can be made up of completely new content. Let me change the thumbnail as well. Most commercial websites must have a contact page. A page for receiving inquiries from customers. Let me introduce how to make it. Current page is a default Contact Us page of the current theme. I don't use it, but let me create a new page and show you in detail how to build contact page from scratch. Opens the current Contact Us page with Elementor. You can create a new section from scratch as I showed you before, but this time, I'll show you how to copy and paste an existing section. Select the entire section containing the Contact Us form. Select the Save as Template menu from the right-click menu. Name the template and save it. You can see it at the top. Go to the newly created page. Click the folder icon. It is the Add Template menu. Go to My Template tab. Insert the Contact Us template we created. You must select No, to avoid breaking the structure of the current page. Please also check the front-end website. The left column of this section is a general component. The right side has Shortcodes field. As you can see, WpForms plugin's shortcode has been added. Let's edit the left column. In the left column, you can add general Elementor components or other things. Let me change the title. Go to the Styles tab and change the font to Cond. Set the font size to 60 pixels. Let me change the color of the text above to 808,080. Let me change the font size to 1.2 em. Changes the description text color to 808,080. Font family is set as Varda. Delete the icons and contacts. Let me replace them to social icons. Align it to the left. Check it on the front-end website. Many websites used Google Maps at the top. But Google Maps policy has changed. You have to register developer account. Otherwise it shows nothing. So let me delete it. It looks much better than the previous one. Let's edit the right side contact form column. When visitors enter a message here and click the submit button, it sends an email to the site administrator. Unfortunately, all WordPress themes don't have this function. So we need to install a plugin for that. The most popular plugins are Contact Form 7, WpForms and Everest. You can use these plugins anything you like. If WpForms plugin has a problem on your website, remove it and install Contact Form 7 or Everest. Go to the WpForms plugin menu. There is currently one registered form called Contact. Copy the shortcode of the form, and paste it into Elementor. The form is rendered. Select duplicate to copy the form. Click the Edit button to change the form. Let's change the shortcode to the newly created form. Select the form field and edit it on the left. Please check after changing the label. It would be better to change the format to simple. Add a description. Change the required field settings. Required fields are fields that must be entered. The Advanced tab allows you to set the input field size and other options. There are option hide or show labels and sublabels. We can add a CSS classes. This is a useful option to fix if something goes wrong with the display. You can edit the settings of the rest of the fields in the same way. Next option is button. Set the button text, or other options, including when the button is pressed. Notification is where you set the destination or content to receive mail. By default, the target is the admin email set up in WordPress. Confirmation is where you set the message to be displayed after sending the message. Let's add some content. Register a test message. Click Send Message. It shows the alert message I set. Let's create a few more messages. I sent a few messages. Check the mail. If you can't receive the mail, as you can see, please check spam as well. But there is a big problem, that some emails are missing all the times. As far as I am tested, I received only 20 to 40% of email. In the next video, let me show you how to solve this missing email problem. If this video was helpful, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. For stable sending and receiving email, most web hosting company provides email service. We need to use this service. From now on, let me show you how to use this service, with real example from the hosting service I'm using. In the hosting management menu of your hosting service management page, there will be an add/remove email account menu. As you can see, there is currently no account in use. Click the Add Request button. Select the domain you want to use as your mail account. Enter your ID and password and click the OK button. A message appears asking you to change the MX record. Don't panic. Just remember or copy mwoo2.cafe24.com. Go to Domain Management. Click Manage DNS under Domain Add-ons. Select the domain you want to work with and click the DNS Management button. Select Manage Mail Server. If there is nothing in the list, click the Add button on the right. If you already have one like me, click the Edit button. In the Mail Server field, write the mail server address you copied. Check that the mail server address has been changed to MWO02. Now add the mail account again. Click the OK button, then it will be successful. The account has been added, but most people would be not sure how to send and receive emails. In my case, some information when you use Microsoft Outlook. But you know, Microsoft Outlook is not popular anymore. And the Outlook has a big issue that you cannot use it on mobile device. So, let me introduce how to link to Google Gmail. Go to the Gmail settings menu. Go to the Accounts and Import tab. The title will be different depending on your language. Click Add Mail Account on Check Mail from Other Account. Enter the email address registered in your web hosting. Click the Next button. Select Import Emails from My Other Account and click the Next button. Enter the password. And check the label Incoming Message. Checking this option adds a folder to Gmail. It helps easier to check mail. I get an error when I click the Add Account button. Let's change username to full name. The error not cleared. Because I did not change the POP server settings. You must enter your hosting mail server here. Then the mail account has been added successfully. That's it, the setting for receiving mail is completed. Let's set up the sending part. Click the Next button. Enter a name and click Next step. Enter your hosting mail server address in the SMTP server. Enter your email address and password and click the Add Account button. Note that the port must be set to 25. Try TLS and SSL connections in the connection options, and if it doesn't work like me, please select the last option, Unsecured Connection, and edit. We need to check the received email and confirm it. If the email doesn't arrive right away, click the Check Mail Now link. It will request a server, then we will be able to check it right away. Just click the link in the email and click the Confirm button. If you do this successfully like me, you can now receive mail from your hosting server to Gmail. When you write a new email, you can change the account and from field. As a last step, we can change the WordPress admin email. It is optional. If you change the admin email, you can avoid being treated as spam email. Let me skip. Because it's so easy. Let me install the Contact Form 7 plugin. Copy the section and add one Contact Form 7. Let's add the contact form in the premium add-on. Just select the desired form from the selection box. This theme is designed for the WpForms plugin, so the contact form design looks bad. If the theme is designed for Contact Form 7, then it will be bad for the other plugins. You know, I did not change the WordPress admin email. I should change my email address manually. I need to change both to and from. After saving, let's test it. In the case of WpForms, you just add a comma in notification, and add another email. External email is not synchronized in real time. To check immediately, click the Check Mail Now link to synchronize. I tested it many times. I was able to receive 100% of all my emails with no lost emails. In general, website administrators get customer inquiries by email, but some people may want to get in real time. To receive real time, we need the Contact Form 7 database add-on plugin. Let's install the plugin and activate it. Go to the Contact Form menu. You can check it out here. Let's test it. Count change to 1. Click to check it out. In this way, you can check customer inquiries in real time. And you can save it as a CSV file. Contact Form 7 is the most popular plugin. There are many add-on plugins. I do not prefer the Contact Form 7 widget in the premium add-on plugin, so let me add another plugin. Install and activate the awesome Contact Form 7 plugin. It has been added to the basic folder. Edit. We can add a title. Add anyone who needs a title. Go to the Styles tab. Go to Label Style. Change the font family to Cond. Set the size to 16 pixels and the weight to 700. The style is normal and 1, 2, 3. Set the border radius to 0. Let's change the width to 100%. You can change the button style. Let me change the background color to navy and the font color to white. It would be better to change the border and background to the same color. Let me set the button size to 150 by 60 pixels. The upper and lower margins is too big. We need to edit CSS for fixing this problem. Let's add a CSS class. Add CSS class in Advanced tab. Add HTML elements. Add the CSS class we created. Add CSS code between the style tag. Let me change the bottom margin of the P tag to 0. Change it to suit for your web page. Then styling has been completed. Let me show you how to create a WordPress header using the Elementor. On WordPress, it is not very difficult to make a page, but making a web page header is not easy. As a result, most of the theme provider ask for payment to make a header. How you can make a header without payment? Even you are a novice. Let's get started. Most important elements of the header is a menu. Let's install 2 plugins that provide a nice menu widget. They are essential add-on for Elementor and Elements Kit. Let's modify the home page of this site. The home page is the page marked front page on the right of the page name. Let me delete all existing sections. I will use one from the Element Kit plugin. Click the Elements Kit icon. There are a variety of design elements. As I mentioned before, I recommend bring the whole page is much better than import individual one. Because, from a design balanced point of view, a whole page is much better. Decide a page to add, click Insert. Check it out, wow, there is a gorgeous page has been created. Go to the dashboard page menu to delete the current header. My theme is the Neve theme. I told you in detail in the theme video. To edit the header, you can use the header builder in the options menu. You can modify easily, but we can add provided elements only. It's a big limitations. Go back to the page and click N. Check on Disable Header. Then, this page will no longer show the default header of the theme. Let's check it out, the header was gone. Create a section. Let's add a menu. Search the menu in the Elements tab. Let me add the default navigation menu. Select the menu to be displayed. There is a main menu only. As you can see, it's so bad it can't be used. Let's add a menu provided by Elementor that we installed. It provides second level and mobile menu. Let me add a simple menu, provided by the Essential add-on for Elementor plugin. It is not easy to find useful free menus for Elementor. Among what I found, these two menus is the best. If you know any good plugins, please share them in the comments. Let me delete second one. Add a column. Like the logo on the left, an icon on the right, a menu on the middle. Set the logo column to 15% and the right icon column to 25%. Let's change the default menu alignment to center. It is currently left, so you can change it to suit your design style. I showed you freelogodigin.com several times. For making a logo, logomake.com site also allows you to create a logo for free. You can make it easily. Press the save icon. No thanks, download low resolution file. Select the link to download. Select the header section. Change the column gap to no gap. This is because it is difficult to precisely adjust the size, if there is inner padding. You can set it according to your taste. Change it appropriately. In case of logo, you can use any image element that have hyperlink function. So, there are a lot of elements that can be used. You can use whatever you like. I'm going to use the premium add-on banner. Delete the text content. Enable the link. Set his homepage to go to home when clicked. Add the logo. Because it is a logo, we don't need animation. Choose the effect number 4. We don't need to set up a hover effect as well. Just leave it as none. Check the front-end page after saving. In case of the right column, let me divide the column into 6 columns for adding icons. Add 2 icons. Let's also add a search function. Find search. Header search is added. I don't know why some padding added on the top. The icon size is too large. Let me change it to 22 pixels. Change the icon type. Let me change the icon font color to the darkest black color. Let's check it on the front end. Click the search button and see how it works. Change to profile icon. You can use it for a link to the login related page. Let me add a top bar at the top. Add a section, set the minimum height to 30 pixels. Set to no column gap. Simple text on the left. The social icons on the right. Add a social icon and align right. Edit the font size, width and height of the icon. Adjust the icon color and other options. Create a border for the bottom of the section. Set the bottom to 1 pixel. Let's check it on the front end. If you have problems adding lines to the top and bottom, set the menu top border to 1 pixel. It would be better to reduce the icon size. Let me edit it to 12 pixels. Add a background color to the top bar. Let me change the shape of the menu section. Delete all icons except search. Reduce the size of the right column by dragging it. Select the menu and change the position to align right. Let me show you how to set up responsive design. Click the responsive mode icon. As you can see, when you delete it in responsive mode, it is not deleted only on mobile, but also desktop. To make it invisible in mobile device, go to the Advanced tab and select Responsive. Check height on mobile. Then it doesn't show up on mobile screens. If you reduce the logo column size, it makes the logo smaller. In this way, you need to adjust mobile tablet desktop column ratio. This is a CSS coding. So if you change anything, it will be affected in current pages. So be careful when you change it. In this way, the desktop design may ruin. It would be nice to add a mobile top and bottom margin. The top 4 and the bottom 8 pixels. You should know, the margin is calculated by subtracting the shared area with the upper and lower sections. As you can see now, you have to check all the times. Modify the tablet style as well. The term hamburger style. It means mobile menu icon. Edit the icon size. When the menu is completed, you need to save it as a template and load it in another page to use it. Every time you create a new page, you won't be able to repeat the hard work you've done so far. Make one copy page of your home page. Press the Edit button. Edit the page name. Publish it. Click the Edit Elementor button. Delete all sections except headers. Click Save as Template where right side of the update. Name it and save it. Click Preview to confirm. Now let's create a page that uses the newly created header. Let me save as a new header. Click the Add Template icon. Go to My Templates tab. Insert Header Template. Choose No. Now you can see that the header has been added. Then, make the default headers invisible. In this way, you can create pages. Add the header and then add the page template. A page similar to the home page created in no time. Let me delete the top bar and make header transparent. You need to go to the Advanced tab and edit the z-index. Set the menu layer to a larger number than the lower slide section. Let me set it to 1 and 2. Set the top margin of the second section as much as the minus menu section height. I set the header height to 80. Let's change the logo to white to match the transparent header. Select the menu and go to the Styles tab. Because it is transparent header, readability is bad. It would be nice to make the text size a little bigger in the menu item style. Set it to 18 pixels. Change the menu color to white. Click the Hover tab and change the hover color as well. Modify the hover color as you wish. Click the Active tab, change the menu text color on the current page. Let me change it to the same color as the logo. Click the submenu item style. Change the indicator color to white. After saving, checked on the front-end website. Let me show you how to set background overlay option. Change the color to white. I recommend to set the transparency from 0.2 to 0.3. Check on the front end, it is decent transparent header now. Let's make it a sticky header when scrolled. Go to the Advanced tab. Add a CSS class. An ID would be better because JavaScript is required. Add a HTML element. Let me add some code for a sticky header. Let me zoom in, now you can see the code. Check the front-end website. It is cool. Last time, I showed you how to make a header from scratch. Today, let me explain how to create a header with the Element Kit plugin. This is more simple, easy and powerful. Additionally, I will introduce how to make a mega menu. As far as I am concerned, it's not easy to find a free Mega Menu plugin. For those who need a Mega Menu, today's video will be very helpful. Let's get started. Let me create 3 pages to use as header templates. I will name headers 1, 2, 3. Make the default headers invisible in Page Settings. Go to Elementor Page Edit. Click the Elements Kit icon. Go to the Section tab. 6 header templates are provided. Let's try one by one. Link the menu in the header and check the responsive screen. After updating, save the template. Let me name header 1, 2, 3 like the page name. Go to the page where you want to change the header. Click the Add Template button. Go to My Templates tab. Find the header you created and click the Insert link. Choose No. I just saved it in the default state simply. When you in work, in case of header, various additional work required, such as responsive screen, logo etc. So I recommend, create a template after finishing all those works. After that, load and use in this way. Change the position. Select the menu. Then the header is completed. So the search icon has moved down. Because of long menu. Adjust the number of menus. Change the logo. In this way, we can change header easily. Click the responsive icon. You should check the header status on the mobile, tablet and desktop. Check menu when you click it. As you can see, you can check it like front-end website, in element inspection mode. Check while changing the screen size. Let's test the second header. This header has no top bar. As you can see, the style is broken. You need to adjust the size appropriately. The third header also needs to adjust. But the design is similar, it will be better to select first one and modify. Let's create a mega menu from now on. The Elements Kit plugin provides 4 styles of mega menus. Check one by one and you can choose them, use it what you like. Click the Edit button and edit the subtitle. Select the menu list and edit the menu title and link. Link the new header page. Let's check it on the front end. The most disappointing thing is that there is no way to connect the main menu and the mega menu. It is common to display the mega menu when you mouse over the main menu. It doesn't have that function. I don't know if there is a feature in the premium version, but by default it doesn't. So, let's make this function by adding JavaScript. Add each CSS class to the mega menu and main menu column. Let me add main menu and mega menu. Add a HTML code. As you can see between the script tag, add a JavaScript code. Let me show you zoom in. This is a simple code that shows the main menu when you mouse over it. If there is something missing, modify it. Let's test it on the front end. Show it when you hover. If you leave the area, it will be hidden. Let's change to another mega menu. Add a CSS class. Add the HTML code. In this way, the mega menu is completed simply. Let me introduce another way to insert header and footer in Elementor. Install the Elementor Header Footer plugin. This plugin can put the header and footer on a specific page. In the last video I showed you how to create a template and put it on a specific page. This plugin has some better features. We can set some rules in a group. And it can be applied not only header but footer. This feature is provided by the Elementor Pro version. If you have Elementor Pro version, you do not need to use this plugin. Activate it after installing. Go to the settings. It is registered on Appearance submenu. It is similar to creating WordPress posts. Click the Add New button or press the skip link on bottom. Enter a title. Select header or footer. Select which page to display and display on select. There are several items. When you select the entire website, it shows this header on every page. Let me tell you how to apply it to a specific page after a while. After saving, click the Edit with Elementor button. In the Elements Kit plugin, add a header and specifies a menu. As you may remember, for the home front page, we hid a default header, so, as you can see now, the header is not applied on the front page. In case of the contact page, we can see that a new header is applied successfully. Let me replace the logo to another one. Delete the existing logo and add new element. You should check the responsive mode as well. Let's make a footer. Same as previous, set the entire website. This will replace the footer provided by the current theme. As you know, it is difficult to find free footer templates. It is available in Elementor. I was able to find it after spending so much time. And I have tested many times. This plugin is highly recommended. I saved your plugin search time. I would be grateful in advance for clicking the like and subscribe button. Install and activate the master add-ons for Elementor plugin. Refresh the footer edit. Click the master add-on icon. This plugin provides some pretty good page templates. You can take a look and select one you like. Click the Footer tab. They provide about 12 footers. Insert a footer. Let's change the logo. Check after saving. You can see that the footer is applied. Let's make another footer. Go to Elementor Edit. Let me add a different style footer. Edit the logo. Update it. Then a new footer has been applied. To apply footer B to specific pages, select that page. Specify this footer only on the front page. Contact pages applied footer A. Only the front page is applied footer B. Let's create a menu for the footer. Go to the menu under Appearance. Click Create a new menu. Enter the name footer. Adds a menu page and saves it. In footer B, set the menu to footer. In this way, you can add a menu to be used in the footer or sidebar. Change the copy right to left aligned. It is simple, assigning headers and footers to apply the entire site, but it is not easy, setting it up differently for each page, because it can be a little tricky for beginners, so let me explain further. Go to the menu and add all post pages. The page that shows all the posts is marked Post Page, as you can see. Let me add this page. Go to Category and add some categories. Let me add a New Year category. Keep in mind that category pages are like archive pages. Save the menu and go to the Header Footer Builder. Go to Footer A. It is currently set to entire website. Go to Footer B. Footer B is set to front page. In summary, all other pages except the front page show Footer A. Let's set it to all singular. With this setup, all post page singles, as a result, individual detail pages, will all show Footer B. Check the front end, the post list and archive page show Footer A. Single post shows Footer B. If set to all archive, only the archive page will show Footer B. I thought that if I set it to all post, it would be applied to the post page. It is applied to the single page. Be careful, it is so confused for even expert. A page that shows all posts takes effect when you set up a blog post page. When you check the front end, the archive page and single page are footer A. All posts can see footer B. Click the Add Display Rule button, a condition selection box is added. When you add an archive page, footer B will be printed on both the All Post page and the archive page. Add a single page to the condition. This time, click the Exclude button and specify the pages to be excluded from the condition. If you exclude the New Year post from the condition, as you can see, the normal post single page shows footer B. But the New Year post shows footer A. When you remove it from Exclude, it shows footer B like other posts. In the last video I showed you how to make a mega menu. Elements Kit provides a mega menu that can be set directly from the WordPress menu. Let me briefly show you how to use this. Go to the home front page. Let me delete the header created last time. Uncheck Disable Header. Then it shows default site header. You can use as it is, but let me make a header for the front page with the header footer builder. Name it Header Home. Set the type to header. Set it to front page and display on. Go to Elementor Edit. Add a header provided by Element Kit. Because current header is provided by other plugin. When I use other plugins header, mega menu didn't work. Go to the menu under Appearance. Enable the mega menu and check the checkbox. And find the menu to show the mega menu. Press the mega menu settings button. Check Enable. Click the Edit button. Press the Elements Kit icon and select the mega menu to be displayed. Insert. After updating, save and close. Save the menu. Check it on the front-end website. If you want to show the same mega menu in New Year, set it up in the same way. Let's check. As you can see, the mega menu is applied only to the News and New Year menu. We have studied in detail how to create and edit a website with Elementor. And we installed and used many Elementor add-on plugins. For some people it will be difficult to choose. As far as I am concerned, I have selected the most recommended add-on plugins. But this does not mean that you have to install all of these plugins. It is recommended to select 2 or 3 essential plugins among them. You should be careful, installing too many plugins can cause performance issue. These plugins are the ones we've been treated once. Let me explain with the main components of each plugin. Let's get started. The first plugin is the Element Kit Lite. This plugin is essential if you want to create your own header, footer, and mega menus. There are posts, icon box, counter, progress bar, and tab components provided by default. No doubt about it. It's a perfect design. There are some complete page design like a theme. It is a significant advantage. We are able to change a web page design without changing current theme. It is a wonderful plugin that provides beautiful components in the free version. It is the most recommended plugin. The second one is the premium add-on for Elementor. It's probably, I've shown the most. The post, slider, counter, progress bar, components, have good designs. It has many decent components, but they don't provide complete page design. The third one is the essential add-on for Elementor plugin. The advantage of this plugin is that it provides some unique components. A function to display CSV data as a table. And a news ticker. A calendar to manage schedule. Image gallery with pop-up slider. Post grid and many other components. This plugin has a function to disable unused components. It's a great option. It helps to improve performance. For some people, tables and calendars may be quite useful. The fourth one is unlimited elements for Elementor. This plugin is optional among the plugins introduced today. If you do not want to purchase paid components, I do not recommend it. The free components design is so bad except full screen mobile menu button and image slider. You should install individual component for using. The design is bad, but if it has the features you need, use it. The fifth one is the Height Mega plugin. The overall design quality is better than average. The advantage of this plugin is that it provides a variety of components. It provides almost everything we need. Basic progress bar, accordion, counter, and post grid. They also have unique style sliders. There are a table and a vertical timeline. A login form is also provided. Off canvas. Modal pop-ups. Tooltips. Menus. And pop-up events are available. This plugin also provides enabling components option. It's good for site performance. The sixth plugin is the WpForms. As you can see, only 6 component widgets are available. Moreover, the design is very poor. You may be weird why this plugin is on the recommended list. Go to the template directory of WpForms, The reason why, it provides quite a number of complete page templates with beautiful design. Select a template. Import and use it. We can easily create a well-designed landing page. The 7th plugin is Master Add-ons for Elementor. This plugin provides a variety of luxuriously designed components. This is a very useful plugin. Beautiful accordion, tab, tooltip, post design. The timeline is nice too. Table, post grid. Menus and searches are also provided. It offers a few complete page designs. It is a very attractive plugin because it provides header and footer sections. The last one is the Header and Footer Builder plugin. This plugin is essential when you don't want to use default header and footer provided by theme. You can install and use if you want to make some new headers and footers with Elementor Builder. Watch the previous video on how to use this plugin. Personally, I prefer the Element Kit Lite and Master add-ons for Elementor. Please subscribe and like. Thank you for watching.